number 8. I think she went out on a date.
That's right. I saw them at the door.
Let's go. Come on, tell us more.
He runs the toy shop down the lane. My nephew wanted a toy train. I went to get one for young Robbie. The man said, toy trains for his hobby. We'll wait and see if that is true. It seems he's onto something new.
Did you say she asked Ginny?
I
I wonder
wonder.
what may now begin.
I met that girl the other day at the floral art display. She asked me what's his army sewing.
I wonder
What will now
Be growing.
How can I put in words my feelings now? The seed of love is so deep in my heart. A force of nature makes me feel a part of a wild world that cries, wow, wow, compelled, right through my soul.
How can I put into words my feelings now? This seed of love is so deep in my heart. No sequel ever gave me such a start as this, which comes to interrupt my vow of a single track in life, not to allow a close relationship to play a part.
My mind is searching how this could have happened. Meeting was the start. This handsome man, no Wellington or Bonaparte, but forceful, eyes alert beneath his brow. I sense this seed is bursting to a shoot. This shoot may soon send up a bud. And
So-
bloom.
So carelessly the force of Cupid's dart could interrupt the furrow that I plough. The dimming of my senses I refute. Interest in me I don't presume. The moments that we share I would not sour. Their indifference is clear, beyond dispute.
Do I really want this love to flower? Beware, take care it's not a shallow root. But still I find my thoughts of him consume my mind and soul each night and day and hour. But still I find my thoughts of her consume my mind and soul each night and day and hour.
My mind is racing like an express train.
My soul is a fresh garden after rain.
The sight of you sends reason off the rail.
Her whispered words and zephyrs in the trees.
I whirl around like smoke caught in the breeze.
Like Athletus jiving in the gales. I dance and am entranced by you.
My steam is up, the pressure's off the scale. My fire is roaring, I'm adoring you.
I love you.
And no,
I always will. I always will.
My senses unlock the gateway to my heart. A hint of scent tells me when you are near. No, Oh, memory is my stay when we're apart. The rustle of a dress can make me start, or footsteps in the hall delight my ear. My senses unlock the gateway to my heart.
When we meet, I know my eyes will dart to meet your own. They are so very dear. Memory is my stay when we're apart.
If I can chart the contours of your body here and here, my senses unlock the gateway to my heart.
And when we kiss, it is a practiced art. In truth, your lips taste sweet. But sadly, mere memory is my stay when we're apart.
Long-distance love affairs don't seem so smart. I fail to find in them a theme to cheer. My senses unlock the gateway to my heart. Memory is my stay when we're apart.
and bland. It needs more curving margins. I'm going to get it planned.
I'm looking at our garden. I think it's really grand. Model railway heaven. I'm gonna get it planned.
Loving mist, heather, dianthus, roses, phlox, swathes of natural colour, and night-scented stalks.
I'd like to build a rail track. from the kitchen to the fence, finding rails and rolling stock at minimal expense.
I'd like a place of freedom from concrete, bricks and steel. Just nature's joys to feed on and show just how I feel.
If a friend obliges with a useful loan, I could build some bridges out of timber, steel and stone. I've thought of that, Harger. I'll tell you, Janie. What do you think,
my darling?
Those aren't my thoughts at all!
There's tension in the air.
I never like to stare. I can see the care on Janie's pretty face.
There must have been a spat. Her spirits seem quite quiet. Are you okay?
Go round to chat.
Big head round. Big praise.
Where did you find such wonderful cake?
I'd tell a lie if I said it was homemade. Our neighbours, you know, are really quite kind.
I'm sure they are, if only they'd mind their own business.
But they need not be enjoying the cake our neighbours brought round, for goodness sake.
Perhaps they heard the row that we had. I didn't want you to get that bad, Jenny, between us. Do you hear that music down the road where someone's celebrating?
Yes, the music was played for us to dance to at our wedding.
Shall we dance now, in our garden?
We could. But first, I need to tell you something. Today, my boss has passed the word on that our firm may well be taken over by a big firm, Parthenon. It's into banks, insurance covers, transport, airlines, and they say to keep my job, I need to take a course to get an MBA.
It's true, you need to keep your work. My business is too secure. But here's the thing we mustn't shirk. You'll need more time to study. But you'll have prospects in that takeover. And I can do the garden makeover.
The garden's my dream. My mind's in a whirl. I'm tossed in a gale. It's too much for a girl to know which way to sail. I'm tossed in a gale. I need a firm guide to know which way to sail or battle the tide. I need a firm guide through this stormy stream. Must I battle
future.
Or grab hold of the reins.
It's a merger with trains.
It's a lesson that we'll have to learn. Their love will be made tomorrow.
Am I a wayside flower? Just to smile at the man I love? How can I gain the power to rise above the common crowd and make a name that will put my doubt to shame?
Am I a man with no tact and a tongue I can't tame? What's the right way to act? So my actions proclaim the tenderness in my heart for Janie. Where to start?
Let's find a way to free ourselves
From each other's schemes, and in the end, the two of us
and help each other's dreams.
I grew up listening to my father's tales of time that's past. Great Western Railway through the White Horse Vale in time that's past. And leaving Euston on the sleeper to reach Malay next day. Or Paddington to holiday in Wales in time that's past. Victoria was the terminus to catch the Golden Arrow and get on board the train that also sailed in time that's past. The LMS, LNER, the Southern Railway too. They've ceased to be. Just like my business failed, their time has passed. My railway in the garden is no longer as I dreamed. In comparison, it sadly pales. Its time too has passed. We've been married.
Sometimes we've been worried, but you will gather, we're still together. We now have a baby. We're calling him Toby. We think he's a wonder, a relationship mender.
My business has ended. It was really stone dead. I've a voluntary engagement while I look for employment.
My master's is finishing. Work prospects are rising. I have expectations of early promotion.
will lead to, there's just no knowing. She needs to wash Paul right out of her hair. He's no good to her since he's been out of work.
Come off it, Ginny, that's not really fair.
Oh, yes, it is. I'm not one to shirk telling cold truths to a family friend.
I think poor Ginny is going berserk.
When you go to the dentist, he may recommend taking your tooth out to rid you of pain. If you don't want to let him do, the trouble won't end.
I can't believe
But
it.
she's loyal to Paul through sunshine and rain. And think of poor Toby. What will happen to him? You might think it's honest, but I think it's insane.
If a surgeon sees you with a gangrenous limb, if you don't let him cut it, your prospects are grim.
I can't believe you're suggesting a wife should leave a husband who's unemployed. He needs her help in rebuilding his life.
There's a reality here you want to avoid. Janie has prospects. She's forging ahead. Well, Paul is a loser, so don't get annoyed.
All right, we've heard what you've said. Whatever you think, just don't interfere.
Well, I'm going now, before I see red.
I saw Jenny go out. There's something to cheer.
Far be it from us to get involved in others' lives. Let them sort out their own troubles, like calm bees in their hives.
We would not want our words to hurt those we want as friends. Let's hope that poor Ginny will soon become calm. We hope our breach mends.
The unintended barb can pierce the fragile flesh of growing trust and turn the glow of friendship into smouldering ash and clogging dust.
Oh, there's Janie coming back. She's got Paul and little Toby with her.
So Ginny hasn't spoken. Let's hope we'll see the end of all this bother.
Just as a butterfly emerges into flight, just as a swift will live for 3 years in the air, just as a lark ascends in tuneful splendour beyond our sight, so I feel free and able to accomplish all I dare. I scorn all limits to ambition. My will defies thoughts of submission. I won't be moved from this position. And Paul supports me all the way. Yes, Paul supports me all the way. Just as a butterfly emerges into flight, just as a swift will live for 3 years in the air, just as a lark ascends in tuneful splendour beyond our sight, so I feel free and able to accomplish all I dare. You've seen the velvet rosebud blowing on the stem. You've watched the cherry blossom blooming on the tree. You may have nurtured plans that others might condemn. But just watch out for the budding splendour that will mark out me. It needed massive power to take men to the moon. It needed strength of mind and skill of engineer. These matched the driving force behind Brunel and Stevenson. And I will emulate these qualities. Just have no fear.
I've heard what Janie has to say.
Yes, Paul supports her all the way.
Have you seen Janie lately? She seems to work a lot of hours. Since Turkey started school, Paul has walked him home or taken him to the park. Not the train.
Talking of trains, I last met Janie at the station up the line. How dressed she was, standing with the station master. I said, "How are you?" She said, "Fine." Then whispered, "Please don't tell a soul." Well, I wouldn't anyway. She said, Paul might be upset to know she's working for the railway in her job's partner.
While she's away from home all day, Paul works as a volunteer. He made a super garden on the station quite near here. He said, "Don't tell a soul." Well, I wouldn't anyway. He said it might hurt Janie, as her garden went all awry and it's unfinished this day.
We gathered on the station amid petunias, marigolds and broom for the arrival of the personage who had declared it the winner of Stations in Blue.
Stations in bloom, posters say, the tannoy blasts. Please rise. The garden-loving head of rail has come to award the prize.
Oh, hello there, Paul. You're looking smart. All dressed up. See how the train glides past flowers? And stops.
Doors opening.
God, it's Janie!
Oh, what the heck are you doing here?
I entered my garden and the prize. Do you really run this railway?
Is this garden your enterprise?
Come here, my love, I'm going to hug you.
Oh, come here, I love you, hug you.
Well, 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 it's hugs and kisses.
And it's serving two pantomime.
Paul seems delighted with his missus, but will she run the trains on time?
Love, glory, lost and settles, face adoring. appreciate its range. Life goes on through sun and rain, metaphor a railway train. Constant rhythm cries all change, its rhythm cries all change.
I mean, the little bit in the middle was quite deliberate. I mean, no railway runs on.
You've done so much to bring to life what Robert and I have been working on. Well, not working on all the time, 9 years, but original.
We did original. Yeah, it's one of my mad ideas. I'll try to stop having.
Wait for the next one.
Till the next one. I hope you enjoyed that. And because it was good fun to do a little play last year, play this year at first. I hope you know the workshop first, because there were sonnets, there were villanelles, cantoons, almost everything. And this is a personal gift from me to the cast, because I've just had this quietly made privately. I'm planning to have each one, because that's indeed you have to.